Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2, what was it? Onikakushi, if I remember correctly. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town, or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We sure did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Rana-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Rana gets like that, I'm sorry to say, but there's no winning against her. Ah ha ha ha. It was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. How? Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Ha 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 ha. Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Oh ho ho ho. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Hmm? Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? How? I wonder what it is. I wonder. Ah, sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Wahahaha. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents, and reflect on how fun today was. Everybody look! The sunset is beautiful! Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated it was an immense sunset, casting an even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Oh, I think that's the end of the chapter, maybe. Maybe I should have quickly finished this in the last episode. That's fine. You received new tips. Who is Uncle? Who's Mion's uncle? Alright. Achievement unlocked. Game Masters. Alright, view new tips. Who's Mion's uncle? Yep. Sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job in my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club today then. Well, ahaha, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in that locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Ahahaha. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this, hehehe. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Me! The teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Hey? Did I not return to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. I was right, too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Slap, clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh, right. Had you two heard? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me! The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Then what does she mean she's a day laborer? Oh, does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory? I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mion-san helps her uncle out whenever their employees goes on vacation. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place. I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mia's in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them? Oh, you are unaware, Keiichi-san. There are many relatives of Mion-san's in Okinomiya. I can never say that properly. Who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. Ah. What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple of weird things came up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of the loan shark runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping, and she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district, and that would be the end of me. Rika-chan being sold in the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah, crap, my nosebleed. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Why are you patting me? We're petting you. Oh, petting me. Why are you petting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Here we go. All right. Continue onward to the next chapter. I wonder why afternoons make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. Gah, spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around the schoolyard right now. I could hear their jolly filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack, get it? Damn. The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Neon's head with the corner of a textbook. That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. Alright, it's time for happy fun club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Michan, why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes, we should do that. To have it end like that when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like in classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever. But some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals. So let me know ahead of time. Whoa, Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Reina. I couldn't help but watch as Reina entered pinning maiden mode. Or pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Reina. With a saccharine Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Reina's hair roughly. What? How? Keiichi-kun! What are you? How? Reina turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both of her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Reina and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Ah, even if it was somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Reina killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. Ah ha ha ha! That Reina is a Satoko and Rika-chan killer, though. It may be true that we can't win against Reina, but we won't lose to Keiichi. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact in a rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is. I won't lose. Mion leered with the gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. Well now, let's get started nice and easy. Yeah, so then, Michan, what shall we do today? Mion let out small interjections as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing was unfathomable. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall into fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain it? Someone could pull out item after item. After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly, in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. Why don't we try and keep it simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? It doesn't matter what game it is, if everybody plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. Reina and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt, even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That wouldn't be fun for me, pulling weeds or whatever. Ah, that's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, could you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions? Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face. So I always know right away. I've always been told that, but ever since, I transferred, it seemed like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face, or I could be in for a rough time. Alright, everybody pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or shark, listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anybody heard of it before? Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know this. Michan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind. And the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded? In that case, Reina knows about it. Ah, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on the bus during a field trip. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. First of all, we have the leader choose a topic. For example, if they choose dessert. Hehehe. So Toko-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something. Okay, in that case, Satoko, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then everybody reveals their answers at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who write down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points. In other words, the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else. It was exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way so that you have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like one everybody else will choose. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game. For Satoko's sake, let's try practicing for 1 round. Okay, for this round, seeing as I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is the only practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. Ahahaha. When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. The most popular amongst those is obviously melon. Everyone write down an answer, then everybody show theirs at the same time, okay? Ready? Go! Strawberry, melon. Oh god, Ujigan Toki. Strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon. Of course. You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. Hey Reina, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out summer festivals is always melon, isn't it? Reina always also likes melon flavor, but really, it's all about strawberry, right? Right? Kei-chan, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. But you see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. Rika, what exactly did you write? Is that a type of shaved ice? It's Ujigan Toki. It's incredibly delicious, you know. Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. So Toko, did this help you get a good idea? There were 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those 3 people get 3 points. We compete to see who can get the most. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? How? There's gonna be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? What should it be? Kei-chan, you have a suggestion? What for the penalty game? When I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game. Yeah. It can only be that. Schlepping. In other words, That thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage. It happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. But how will we do that? Satoko-chan and Rika-chan's houses are in completely opposite direction from ours. Then how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house will involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh yeah, just that much. Might be alright. Somehow, today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, it wouldn't even be fun to make Keiichi-san do it. Then shall we raise the stakes a bit? Not just playing Porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone schlep around dressed in this? What? Why a maid outfit of all things? How? It's cute and all, but no way! But you see, what do we do if Keiichi-san loses? If we don't have a size that fits him? Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice extra large size one prepared just for Kei-chan. So Kei-chan, are you ready? I'm gonna have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear. I've got it all prepared for you. This is insane. Why do you have every possible size of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiichi Maebara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I won't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maebara boy. Oh, here comes the creepiness. It started. All right, good. Did you hear about him? It seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh, okay, no, this is if you saw him out, okay. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah! Duh, that's way too harsh. That's incredibly brutal. If I were to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why, on the way back home from school, do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say master while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit? Wait, why am I pantsing? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiichi-kun has frozen stiff. Boom! Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hands on Reina's shoulders. Reina, there is no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turned to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Oh, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, eh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah! God. Yeah! From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. Only Reina seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Reina, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey, Reina, don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Satoko-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep? This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Sploosh! Reina began spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Reina. That look in her eyes. How to my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun or... Hold on, log. Mi-chan wouldn't be too good. Wouldn't be good too. How? Alright. It looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question, ready? Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. The first topic is summer break. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show 'em. Ready, go! On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? Summer festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. Oh, Reina and I have the same answer. Alright, 2 points. But Sotoko's fireworks was pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil was a very nice seasonal choice as well. All the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soil. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us! I didn't really write down anything that great. No. Showing is part of the rules. Now come on! Stop it! Don't look! What did I write down? Homework. The room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break. Keiichi-kun's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. Let's spend the summer this year with everybody. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently petted my head. What exactly does summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I know nothing of hot summers, because I've always been in air-conditioned cram school. Oh, the tears, Kei-chan's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? Wah! Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes. Don't look at me. This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Well, anywho, Reina and I get 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. So it's fish. Come to think about it, I have eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than learn tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur on things like flounder. I wonder who will match with this answer, because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Alright, everybody. This time we'll start from mine. Ready, go! Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have it fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Rather than write sashimi, however, I chose the more amiable term sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? Wah! Stop talking to me in that consoling tone. Stop it. Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready, go. Dolphin, whale, aquarium. Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Reina picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. I'm gonna lose and I'm gonna wear a freaking maid outfit. Ah, really? Reina wanted to write dolphin at first, but Reina didn't think anybody else would write it. Either one of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as if they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Keiichi-san. Keiichi-kun's answers were worth 0 points. But Reina thinks they were very unique and interesting. To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish, Hey-chan, you should really be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh? Wah! Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with Mion's and Reina's answers anyway? Those aren't even fish. Those are mammals. Objection overruled. Next! Well, what a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on, it seems as if I will be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round. Alright, the next topic is Sakura! And with that, that's where I'm going to end this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!